What's up, YouTube? It's Classic 1333 coming at you with another exciting video. Um, Basically, like I came across this wrestling website I check out. It's called WrestleView.com, and I noticed a couple of wrestling headlines that I wanted to talk about. The first one I want to talk about is I saw something about Hogan wanting to still have a match with Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 25. I guess like allegedly not caring that who wins the match or whatever. And then they said something about Austin not wanting to do the match because he figures it's going to be like poor ethic. And I agree with Austin on that one. Like, Austin versus Hogan might have been something I would have wanted to see maybe back like a couple of years ago or something. But if you really look at it, I don't see them having a good match at all. I mean, like Austin hasn't wrestled, since 2003, but I see kind of it more being like Hogan's fault. Hogan's older, and like honestly, I respect Hogan for what he's done for the wrestling business itself, but he has like such a poor work ethic. Like if he has a good what's considered a good match, it's because he had someone to carry him. Like if you look at his match he had with Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam '05, I think it was. It was Shawn Michaels. Carried him to a good match. And I didn't see his matchup against Randy Orton, but Orton probably carried him in that match too. So I mean, if you wanted to see a Hogan versus Austin match, it would be like Hogan's only offense would be like punches, clothesline, boot to the face, and a leg drop. The whole match would be Austin just throwing punches, kicks, maybe a second rope elbow or something. Double axe handles to the back. It would just be kind of bleh, boring match, I think. So that's something I wouldn't want to see. If Austin ever does have one more match, I want him to go against somebody that's talented and up and comer and could work a good match with Austin. So maybe I wouldn't say that this guy could carry Austin in the match, but they could probably work hand in hand together. So speaking of Austin, I recently watched well, I've been watching the whole Stone Cold Steve Austin or Legacy of Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's an awesome DVD. Like it's got some good matches on there. One of my favorites was a WCW match with Stone Cold versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. It was pretty awesome. um, I'm trying to think of some more matches on there. It's him versus Rock at Backlash '99's on there. Um, there's an ECW match on there with him, Mikey Whipwreck, and the Sandman. What else is on there? There's a tag team matchup with him and Brian Pillman against Dos Hombres, which is freaking Shane Douglas and Rick and Dragon Steamboat. Um, there's a few more. Oh, there's him versus Bret Hart from Survivor Series '96. Great matchup. Totally should check that out. So, um, moving on with some of these other wrestling headlines I saw that WWE was interested in working with Low Key. Like I guess he's working in Florida Championship Wrestling as like Kowal or something. Now, I would like to see Low Key in WWE, but I don't see him being a big main event player type guy unless he was maybe on like ECW for example. I could see him working pretty good with them because it's not like ECW has, the huge powerhouse guys. I mean, aside from like Mark Henry. But if he was like on SmackDown or Raw, I don't see him really being like a main event type guy. But it would be cool to see him wrestle on TV though. There was one more headline I wanted to talk about. Um, Randy Orton had an altercation with a fan. Don't know what that was about, but um, not a good thing, I guess. But hopefully it doesn't really stop Orton's push or whatever. Hopefully they'll say something about like what it was that kind of pushed Orton to the edge or whatever. So, um, so you know how I'm bringing old school cartoons back from the past? Here, check this T-shirt out. Yep, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It rocks. Yep. Sorry if I'm a little tired tonight. I went to a party at my work. I kind of didn't want to go to it, but I was like, I'll go to it. So I went to it. And had a couple Captain Morgans and cherry coke, Cap and Coke or whatever, but with cherry coke. It was pretty good. So if any of you like want to party and need a drink, go for that one. Well, I guess that's really all for now. I just got out of my system what I wanted to talk about. So I will see you guys tomorrow night with a Raw review after Raw's over with. So yeah, take it easy, guys.